Welcome back to my channel, it's Kev, and today we are going to be cutting my hair. Come on, let's see what we're working with. Before I do a trim, I wash it, I do a light shampoo, and then detangle with conditioner just to get all the dead ends, like all the excess hair. Like you see, it's still coming out. And then I leave it damp and I do a first rotation of trims, and then I will dry it, and then we will shape it while it's dry. For perspective, how long my hair is, when I pull it down, we are out of the frame. So it's uneven, you know. Last time I got a trim was probably 5 months ago. I'm very overdue. So we're gonna trim and then we're gonna reshape. The scissors I'm gonna be using are these Jaguar scissors. They are made in Germany, very popular at salons. As you can see, they're not huge. The blade is not so thick, but it's very sharp. I'm gonna start right here, and we're just, I got you. I got you. Doing this like on the camera is probably just as difficult as shaving. I've never done this before, so there's a probability that I mess up, but hopefully that doesn't happen. I like to run my fingers through it and almost straighten out my curls, get them looser, so I can see like how much shorter this one is compared to these. So let's get rid of this excess Squidward. I would grab just a clump and know that I'm not going any higher than here, and I basically go anywhere below my wrist. And obviously don't start too high. You want to start here because you can always go higher, but you can't go lower. Duh. The beautiful thing is that if you do mess up, just cut it all off and it'll grow back. And then run my fingers through again just so I can see how uneven it is for now, knowing that I'm getting all those dead ends out. Can take a little bit more here and here. Let's compare. Let's do this side. We're gonna run our fingers through it just so we can see what we're working with here. Hang our heads slightly tilted. You can see all this right here. Definitely needs to go. Just do small sections. That is looking, feeling way better, dude. It doesn't look like that much of a difference, but once I dry this and reshape it, you'll see a huge difference. Probably gonna take out a little bit more right here. Yeah, we're feeling way lighter, dude. So I think I took 1 inch off just looking at our lost fallen soldiers, and now we're going to shape it. So for shaping, you want to do it in sections. So I'm gonna put half my hair up and then start with the back. Get yourself a little hair clip, clip up the top half, so the back, like so. For me, I will pull it to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't like using my offhand too much. Oh, there we go. Yes. Feeling a lot lighter. Now we take this down and we gonna cut this. Get yourself another little clip. So we're gonna do this side first. We're gonna put this back here to get out of my way so I can see, and then focus on this side. Just a reminder, the hair is pretty much already cut. This is now reshaping, okay? So you don't want to do too much. Just do them ends. Just little tiny bit, man. Just little bit. Just a little bit. Odds are you will probably forget about the ones in the back, so just make sure you're getting all of those. Basically, when you pull it out and you feel where the hair stops versus like some of the other ones, you'll know where to cut it. Or you won't and you'll completely f up. That happens too. Now take this guy out, put him on the other side. This is painful for you, I'm sure. Again, you feel where it stops, you'll know just by the angle of your arm. Go further in the back. See? If it's all stopping around the same angle, then you're good. So my back is taken care of. I don't have too much to do. I actually think I did a good job on this side already. This is what your dead ends look like. This is what needs to happen. Voila. Oh yeah. We did. I tell people this all the time. You should be getting a trim every 3 to 4 months. All depends on how fast your hair grows, how thick your hair is, how thin your hair is. It will help with your curls. It will grow back fast. Your hair will be healthier. You do not want dead ends. Dead ends get naughty. Naughty hair is bad. That sounded so funny, but it's true. And you can manipulate the curls much better. Do you guys like my slippers? Now doing the back is quite difficult, and I wouldn't suggest doing it by yourself. Did I? The world will never know. If you don't know where to go, just pull it to the front and you'll know. And I keep the same angle rule with my arm, and when I extend it all the way, I see that I have some room to cut. For camera purposes, I'm doing it aesthetically like this, but really I would bring it in the front and cut it. But since you guys are watching, whoop, I'm gonna bring this guy to the front. So I can do it right in front. Much better. See, now my arm doesn't fully extend. 90 degrees. If I go past 90 degrees, which I do, I know I have room to cut. When your hair gets as long as mine, as opposite as it might seem, you have way less room for error. And I think when it's curly, honestly, it kind of just all blends in. The back can be tricky, so what you can do, pull all your hair to the front. You should obviously be able to see if anything is way longer than the rest. It's even. Wow, we're feeling pretty light here. A little shaky number, a little spin around, go both ways. Bring your hands through it. There's still a little bit that can be cleaned up. Right foot, let's stomp. Always start down and bring yourself up instead of just chopping a big piece in case you're unsure. Another great way to see if you have any straight dead ends is by hanging your head down, just like this, and pull from the front. Now obviously, if you did a good job on the back, you don't want to touch this. It's anything in this area that looks straight, just these little guys in the front. Voila. As you can see, there's a huge difference from the before to the after. We have trimmed and reshaped. Now I'm gonna wet it, put in a little product, and we can see the results. This is gonna be the easiest thing to wet your hair with when you don't wanna completely soak it and you wanna add product. You just fill this up with water and it sprays. So good. The wetter, the better. Next thing we're gonna do is put in a leave-in spray. This is by Air. It is infused with sapphire and coconut oil, not necessarily a leave-in conditioner. It's a lot lighter. This is a good way to prep before using a gel and an actual leave-in if you're going to. So I will properly section my hair. I'm usually lazy with it and kind of just put it wherever, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to properly section my hair. After you spray it, give your hair some love. Spread it around a little bit. A little bit more water, people. Next, we go in with an actual curl cream. This is by Mark Anthony. This is Curl Envy Cream. This one specifically is made with shea butter and avocado oil. This is supposed to be really good for frizz. I just got it trimmed, so hopefully there's not too much frizz. We're gonna section my hair again. Boogie boogie. I think it's better to start with the back because if you start with the front, odds are you'll forget about the back. Shimmy, shimmy. You can work your way pretty much close to the top, but you don't need to be up in your root. It should glide very smoothly. If you need to apply more water, apply more water. Your hair will dry. Give yourself a little scrunch at the bottom. Sides, sides. We are done with the cream. You want to apply it very generously. Just make sure that your hair is wet enough. As you can see, I hit all areas of my dome, back, front, side to side. The final step as far as products go. I'm gonna put in a gel. The gel, which I mentioned before, this is by Scala. This is called the Expert Gachos, and it is liquid gel. It's one of those things where honestly I've never looked at reviews or anything like that. I just love the way it smells, and it's the consistency of it I think is thick enough to hold, so you don't need like a lot. You shouldn't need to wet your hair again. If you do, do it, but the best thing that I think for applying a gel after you just cut your curls and used your creams and everything is to hang your head forward and let your hair hang down naturally. Like this. Start with a small amount. scrunch into the bottom of your hair. You don't want to use too much gel. Your hair will get sticky and will feel like tree limbs. You can also section your hair if you choose to, depending on how much cream and leave-in and everything you use before the gel. Because I already used 2 products prior, you guys know I don't like to use too much product. That one little bit of gel will be good for my hair. I don't need to section it because I'm just putting it in on the ends. Last but not least, and finally, the last step to this process. My favorite tool of all, my beloved diffuser. This itself detaches. This is a simple Remington hair dryer. I've had it for years. This is probably 13, 14 bucks. The diffuser attaches to it. As you can see how big it is, because you guys know my hair is pretty thick. I have a lot of it. The way it works is this little part in here adjusts and fits right in. This is what it looks like before you put it in, and then it stretches to the size of the hair dryer that you're using. It has a lock release right here. You put it in, squeeze it, release it so that it stays locked and it will not fall off. Let's do this from the bottom up. There's so many different ways you can do it, just as long as you start at the bottom. And smush it. That is how I do a full trim, reshaping, apply some products and diffuse. You guys can see just like how the curls become after you trim your hair. It's just, they just form so much better. Dude, like, come on now. My hair is so much lighter. I know it's shorter. I know it's shorter. I'm trying to do more hair content, at least for YouTube, you know, the long form videos, so you can see like the full process of how I take care of my hair. But yeah, this is the results. Anything that works for you, please share in the comments, help someone out. Everyone always has questions, even after I think I answer everything. I never do. That's that. What should we do next? Let me know in the comments. And what is it? Stay classy, San Francisco.